Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's the moonwalking, trash talking princess of Staten Island. I want to remind you all that Mela is money, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
I'm going to try that again, Larson. Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to, hold on a second.
Not quite all the way there.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
There you go, and Larson.
And welcome
There
back
you
to
go.
Going In Raw.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyways, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here, youtube.com/Steven Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it to make sure you're always getting your new Going In Raw notifications. We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. We got a wealth of great reward tiers there, including the $1 reward tier where you get this show ad-free on the Patreon wall, both video and audio, and you can have that audio sent directly to your RSS feed completely without ads.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's good.
For $1
Good.
a month, which goes a long way.
Long way.
I put the shirt back on Adam Cole, baby,
Baby.
because you know what? It's cold.
It is cold.
It's that time of the year, Larson,
It's
where
fall.
it's cold.
Yeah, it's
so
cold.
yeah, we're doing that. Anyways, yeah, on the Patreon. Tomorrow on the Friday show, I read off a bunch of. We already filmed it. I read off all the patrons from the last 24 hours.
Yeah. We
You
already
know
shot
what?
that this morning.
I'm
Anyway.
gonna
All
do
right.
it again because
Fine.
you know what?
Very well.
Some people might have been, signing up their page and like, I want my shout out immediately. Westwood Psycho, Ian Roof, Riley Greenhalgh, Jack Dolan, Jonathan Keating, Stephen Lowe, Richard Morris, and Dero Hayes.
Thank you all.
All new patrons, thank you so much. If you're a patron who signed up on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, if you're thinking of doing it at that point, we'll give you a shout out on Wednesday.
Wednesdays.
We've got a long weekend ahead of us.
Thankfully.
It's Christmas
time
of the year.
But our week is not done today. Tomorrow we're doing a watch party, our very first watch party, Vengeance 2001. We'll be starting our live stream at 9 a.m. Pacific time right here on the YouTube. It's like our pay-per-view live streams, except for it happening live. We're going to watch Vengeance.
What we'll probably do is we'll show up, we'll start rolling around 9:15 or so. We'll give it about 10 minutes so people can get their network figured out. And then all together, we'll give it a count of 10 and we'll hit play. A big old sync check to make it very obvious where we're at. And then we'll just go on from there. We're going to keep it ad-free because that will jack up the stream.
Yeah, you can't sync things up. There's ads every 10 minutes. And after that, we'll be doing a Going In Raw view. And then...
the Going In Raw view is going to be exclusive to patrons.
The live stream is.
The live stream of that. I'm sorry, the live stream
The
of that.
VOD will be on YouTube Saturday morning.
Watch party for everybody. The Going In Raw view live stream taping
for
patrons.
And then VOD of Going In Raw view Saturday on YouTube.
Correct. Yeah. So, yeah. There's all that going on.
There's a lot going on.
There's
a lot going on Wednesday nights on the WWE Network. We need to get through it all. Let us get started.
All right.
Let's start with NXT. Fun episode of NXT. Hell of a main event. Heck of a main event.
What was that main event?
It was a cage match, man.
Man, DIY.
Man, that was something. But we're getting ahead of ourselves here.
They haven't done taping since then, have they?
Don't think so.
I don't think they have either.
Show kicked off, though, with a tag match. Io Shirai and Dakota Kai taking on the debuting, at least in terms of in-ring on NXT TV.
The debut.
Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. Duke and Shafir came to the ring to Shayna Baszler's music.
I like that you're amused by that. I totally forgot about that. Where's the notes?
They had plenty of time to give them their own music.
Going in Raw. Where's the notes for this?
I don't know.
Going in Raw 12/20. Oh, there it is. Okay. Today is the 20th.
Today is the 20th.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They should have their own themes by
Have their
now.
own music by now. They've been doing the Florida house show circuit for a while now.
Yeah.
It's not like this has been a surprise.
And it's funny because Morrow said they're coming out to a variation of Shayna Baszler's
No,
music.
it's the same exact thing.
Variation means it varies from
I
the
didn't
original.
notice any variation.
Didn't notice
Like
anything
Nikki
different.
Cross's theme is a variation on the Sandy's theme.
Correct.
Killian Dane's theme is a variation
Right.
on Sandy's theme.
Right.
However, the exact same theme that has no variance is not a variation of that theme.
It's somebody else's theme. And
It's
I'm
just
pretty
somebody
sure
else's
didn't the Queen of Spades?
Yeah, it started with that, and then they had at least their own
the logo. They had their own names show up.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, they've got henchman gear on. This is what I like about this. This is what I like about this. They lost. I like that. You know why? Because they could have easily been like, okay, we're eventually going to build to this big money angle between 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to go ahead and, no matter how green they are, push them on through, ram them on through, get a bunch of wins, have them be dominant, then they go to main. They don't seem to be doing that.
No.
Because here's the thing. They're not very good.
Yeah, they're not ready.
No, they're not even close to being ready. I really hope that and so what I was originally going to say, their aesthetic represents the fact that they are not ready. They have like henchman gear. Let's play, let's fight. That's henchman gear.
Oh, it is.
You know,
Totally.
they don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
their own thing.
Well, they should at least have a true remix of Baszler's theme. Then I don't mind that using it as the basis.
Yeah.
But then to trot out the exact same theme, this is a variation on it. Hey, Morrow.
It's dude. Yeah.
Hey, Morrow.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, Morrow.
There you go. Perfect.
My ears are telling me something, and they're not lying.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, a variant.
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia. That's the same song. So they're treating. I like that though. They're henchmen.
Yeah, everything else is fine.
Yeah, everything else is
It's,
fine.
in all honesty, it's a small quibble.
Early sort of impressions of where they are. Jessamine Duke, I feel, has some character stuff going on. Marina Shafir reminds me of Will Ferrell in that early scene in Talladega Nights. I don't know what to do with my hands. Like it, I think it illustrates just how much of a science and an art, I guess, wrestling is.
Yes.
Everybody, when they're polished, they do their entrance the exact same way. Every movement, even in their entrance, matters. And if you hesitate at all, it looks goofy.
Yeah, it's really magnified.
You look like you do not belong.
Yes.
And I noticed that with Marina Shafir. Jessamine Duke kind of had it. She put her arms out and she went, ah! And then she kind of looks over and she butted up against the ropes and went, ah! Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. There
That
needs
kind
to be a
of stuff needs
lot
to be
more
worked out.
confidence. But look, man, this is their first time on TV.
Yeah.
I get it. They're not doing it. Shayna was on the independent circuit for around 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's in her blood. She took to it very, very quickly.
Yes.
But she had that grind.
To work all that stuff out before she ever got to NXT. And
exactly.
They're not going to have that benefit.
Right.
In the end, Io Shirai picks up the win, pinning Marina Shafir after a moonsault.
And a hell of a Dakota Kai took out Jessamine Duke with a kick as Io Shirai was able to get that moonsault.
Yeah, because Jessamine Duke went on the apron to try to distract Io.
Right. Yeah.
Dakota Kai hit her with a kick.
Yeah.
Paving the way for Shirai to hit that moonsault.
Yeah.
After that, we had a Matt Riddle press conference where he was asked to respond to Cassius Ohno knocking him out.
Yeah.
A couple weeks back. He goes, well, we'll get in the ring. Well, last time I was in the ring, I knocked him out in 7 seconds. So let's get in the ring again. I'll knock him out in 7 seconds again.
Yeah.
Bro.
Sorry, bro. Gotta go. Thanks, guys. See you later. He's great.
He is great.
He's awesome.
Next, okay.
Aaron Mackey took on
Dominic Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich.
I did not see that coming.
So his real name is Chris Dijak.
Yeah.
and his name in Ring of Honor was Donovan Dijak.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd at least be Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich.
Yeah. Because
Because I just take from experience.
Dominic Dijakovic.
There's Donovan Dijak.
Yeah.
I know how that's pronounced because I've heard it several times.
Yeah. Chris Dijak.
And then, because that's how they pronounce it on NXT.
Yeah.
And then I know Adam Kovic is Kovic.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I put those two together. I thought it'd be Dijakovic.
Yeah.
But instead, it's
Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich.
Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich.
And everybody, when they said it, had to think before they said it. Wow,
Yeah.
look at Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich out there. Wow.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah.
How are people supposed to chant that name?
Oh, you can't.
It's a chantless
Well,
name.
Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich. No, you can do it.
Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, wow, that was tough. That was really tough. Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich. I'm just going to call him top notch, dude.
Len Kick in here says it's Vic, not Vich.
No, they said Vich.
Yes, they did.
They said Vich a couple times.
Yes.
Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich.
Yeah.
It's so bad. No laughing, no smiling from him this time.
A lot of feasting of your eyes, though.
So his catchphrase is feast your eyes.
Yeah.
His finisher is called feast your eyes. And then he
has it on his pants.
He has it on his pants. And then he prompts the crowd to chant not Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich, because good luck with that.
But feast your eyes, yes.
But feast your eyes.
That's easier to say.
So there's a lot of feasting of eyes going on there.
Yes, but still in my mind, not enough. Should be more feasting of the eyes, to be honest.
Yeah. But successful debut for
Uncanny Ironfish said, but the ring announcer said Vic. But all the announcers
announcers said Vich.
And with Otis,
but maybe he's right.
And with Otis, they go Otis Dozovich.
Yeah.
It's confusing, man.
It's so confusing.
Why not just make it Dijakovic and then it's easy?
I liked that they gave him a little dude he could throw around.
Mm-hmm.
There's that suplex where he just ended up chucking the dude.
Yeah.
That was fun. I kind of missed the smiling and giggling through.
Yeah, no, he was all intensity this time.
He was all intensity.
It's top notch, totally.
It's just top notch. Like it's top.
He's gonna come out and do a promo and say no, 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 no. Instead, feast your eyes.
I like this better.
Yeah, feast your eyes.
I guess, or it should be feast your eyes.
I guess so. That's just awkward, though.
It's all awkward, man.
Well, it should be more feast.
Yeah, feast
your eyes.
Your eyes.
Anyways, he made quick work of Aaron Mackey, pinning him after like a fireman's carry knee, which he called.
Well, it's to the face, so like feast your eyes on a knee, I guess, is the point.
I guess so.
Like your eyes are going to be feasting on my knee.
I feel like they're overbranding him. And yet not branding him enough. It's a weird dichotomy here.
He's an interesting character, man. I mean, he's top notch, It's weird. But yeah, we'll see where he goes with that. I'm still looking forward to matches with him and Matt Riddle, Cassius Ohno, and Keith Lee.
I heard
because they tore it up.
Yeah,
back in like PWG and
PWG,
a couple other places, I guess.
Kind of feel like Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich has a lot going on in his pants too. Kind of need to simplify that a little bit.
What? Sorry?
There's a lot going on in his pants. He had his name across his rear.
Oh, I thought you meant in his front area.
And then like on one hip it said "Feast Your Eyes," and then like the other hip had like the Maryland flag, and there's something else going on in the front there. It's just a lot.
What is it with people from Maryland always wanting their flag on their gear?
Interesting. It's an interesting looking flag.
Yeah, that's true. But is there a special pride coming from Maryland?
I have no idea.
It's Maryland. Nothing against it.
No, Maryland's. I've been there.
It's not exactly California, though, is it?
Well, I mean, geographically, no, it's not California.
That's a good point. Good point. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Well, I wonder if the, as far as I know, there's only been Mojo and now Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich who have used.
I just want to say Dijak.
I know the Maryland flag and their ring gear.
Well, yeah, that's two people out of a roster of like 80.
It's not a whole lot then. Percentage-wise, it's not a whole lot.
Was that 4%?
I don't want to do math right now. But it's such a distinct pattern, distinct look. Like you put the California flag on your ring gear. You got a bear and it says California Republic.
That's rad. That's
but everybody
awesome.
knows exactly what's going to be.
Yeah,
if you don't know
great.
what the Maryland flag look like, that's kind of a cool pattern they got on there.
Oh, I'm not huge on that.
It's got a color scheme you'd like.
What is it? Gold and red
and black. Yeah.
I'm not huge. No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
All right.
They need to take that off. Here's the thing.
It's fine.
Does being from Maryland add? Okay, so for example, Matt Riddle, right?
Yeah.
They bill him from what, Venice? Or
no, I think Vegas. Well, he lives in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where they bill him from.
Okay. He's got a California vibe, though. He's
Yeah.
got like a surfer dude vibe.
Yeah, but I don't know where he's from initially, though.
If they build him from California, I'm just saying a dude like that.
Yeah.
He comes out to West Coast music, West Coast gangsta music.
Yeah.
If he was from
G-Funk.
California, if he was billed from California, if he was, you put that on him, it makes sense because being from California is kind of a thing, It's like, oh, that's kind of his thing, right?
Yeah, well, if it were his thing, yeah.
If it were his thing.
But he's king of bros.
Yeah. Which, it's sort of a surfer valley thing. I would get it if you have the California flag on you.
Yeah.
What is being from Maryland have to do with
Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich?
Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich?
Maybe he's got an endorsement deal with the Maryland
State
Tourism Board.
Yeah.
And he's really saying, feast your eyes on all that Maryland has to offer.
Yeah. That could be. What do they have to offer?
I mean, I've been through there once. It's some very nice scenery. Like the forest there, very lush and green. I haven't been through a whole lot of Maryland, but I've been through a little bit of Maryland. There's a lot of historical stuff there.
Does anybody else know?
I don't know. I feel like we spent way more time talking about his ring gear than I thought we were.
Well, this is all important stuff. We've been waiting for this debut for a long time.
There's a puzzle going on in his ring gear, and we're trying to figure it out. What it all means, how it all works together.
Yeah, man. I still think he's thrown together and very specific.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, after that we had heavy. This is my favorite heavy machinery match yet, because I always like when they're staring down somebody else while they're just destroying a jobber.
Yeah,
that's my favorite thing. And Otis, a little bit of meanness from him.
Mm-hmm.
They doled out their finish,
and he pulled the guy up.
And then he pulled the guy up. Ow!
And then did it to the other one.
Whoa, Otis!
And then they gave both of them, both Blake Howell and Danny DiCardo, a compactor at the same time while Undisputed Era on the ramp, and they're pointing at him and talking trash.
Whoever was on the outside, like whoever had to, there was the dude who got on Otis. Then there's the dude who got on top of the dude who got that guy was impressive because Otis couldn't obviously like carry both of them.
Yeah.
That dude was using core muscle strength. That was pretty impressive. So good on him.
The heel Rage says, "I'm from Maryland. We have crabs." That's about it.
That would be a great gimmick for Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich. I have crabs. Oh, feast your... Oh, God. Starts scratching himself a lot. Down on his front area of business. Anyways, so they were doing that because the Undisputed Era had come out there because Heavy Machinery is going after those tag titles, which are totally not going to get because they're about to go to Raw or SmackDown. But they were out there, and Adam Cole's doing a lot of talking to the Undisputed Era. It's not really his problem, though. He doesn't have to deal with Heavy Machinery.
Yes.
They're totally going to lose, though, to Undisputed Era because they're going to be leaving soon.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. After that, we had... After that, we just had our main event.
Oh, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, this was so good. This was really good. I'm not going to put it up there with their previous match because I thought that was, like, super special. But
yeah, it was. It definitely was.
But this told a hell of a story, and we got kind of the payoff.
I guess I was wrong. He changed it. It's not the Maryland flag anymore. It's Croatian.
Is he a like out of character Croatian descent?
That I don't know, because before it was.
Okay.
And so I thought it still was. I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention. My apologies. Or maybe it always was that.
Wow.
I guess I was just wrong.
Well, that's okay. We got a good 5 minutes out of it. So
yeah, but then it ended up being it was a good 5 minutes on a false pretense. So it ends up it's not that good out.
I feel like a good 95% of our show is all under false pretense.
That's true.
Anyways, Johnny attacks Aleister Black before the bell. I like this. So Aleister, like good, I don't know, 10 minutes into this, he's ready to win. Like he's already up the cage.
Yeah.
Johnny's laid out. And he just thinks to himself, no, I have not absolved him of his sins yet. I have to absolve him of 3 many more sins. Would you like some ice cream? So he climbs back down. They go at it again.
Of course, as soon as he climbs down, Johnny pretty much immediately gets the upper hand.
Yeah, I did like the Black Mass reversal from Johnny Gargano. Aleister Black went for it. Gargano shoved it to like the ring rope and then started kicking the ring rope. I thought that was pretty clever. That was good.
There's some really good spots with that spot where they're up both on the ropes against the cage, and Johnny does a sunset flip powerbomb off that.
Ooh, yeah.
That was crazy.
That looked rough.
And then later on, he does it's a similar situation. This time he hits a Russian leg sweep off the ropes and goes right into Gargano escape. And Aleister tries to fight out of it, picks him up at first. Johnny reverses it, still in the Gargano escape. Eventually, Aleister picks him up, gets out of it, and then Johnny gets him up, says, "I absolve you of your sins." He goes for a super kick instead. He eats a black mass.
That was a beautiful sequence. Oh, that was beautiful. That black mass, man. When that thing can come out of nowhere, ooh,
I know, it's special.
It's beautiful. That's
what makes the best finishers, the ones that come out of nowhere.
I'm telling you, man. That's what I feel like they need to do that with Ember Moon somehow, is give her a secondary finisher that can come out of nowhere. That Eclipse is great, but man, it's like
a lot of setup, yeah.
All right, so she's down.
How about
you got to wait till they get up?
Remember when John Cena used to do that springboard stunner and it was awful? Have her do it.
If she can do it so it's not awful, that'd be great. She has a decent stunner. She did one the other night.
Yeah. So they're both selling. Johnny starts climbing up the side of the cage. Aleister starts going for the door. Ciampa runs in, slams the door in Aleister's head. At this point, Johnny is on the other side of the cage. He could just climb down and win right now.
Yeah.
But he sees Ciampa. He goes, "Oh, Ciampa, ooh." Or so we're led to believe.
Yeah.
Rather than win the match, he climbs back over the cage, back into the ring. He's in one corner. Ciampa kind of fades back to the other corner.
Well, he does. He did from the moment he saw Ciampa, he did a very good performance of confused guy.
Yeah.
He's like, what? So yeah, he goes the other side, and then Ciampa
starts going in the corner doing this.
Yeah.
And puts his hands out.
He does the
and then
thing.
starts doing this. And then Johnny does it, and they both do that.
Well, Johnny looks at his hands as if he's not in control of himself.
I know.
He goes like this. Like that.
Yeah.
And then crowd's going crazy. They're looking for DIY.
And they hit their old finisher.
Yeah. Aleister Black is laid out. And then the thing that I like about it is they hit their finisher. Johnny ends up kind of near Ciampa, near him, but his back towards him, and he immediately like does this because he's still kind of freaked out by the guy because Ciampa's crazy.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Is that rock bottom for Ciampa, for Gargano, or is he going to embrace the new possibilities?
He took advantage of the situation and covered Aleister for the win.
Yeah.
So he might be somewhat conflicted, but he's not opposed to taking advantage of the situation as presented to him.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, this works. And then Ciampa tweeted either last night or this morning, welcome back.
Yeah.
You know, with a gif of them at the Cruiserweight
I'm guessing more than anything else is going to be a way to get that triple threat to happen that they originally planned.
Yeah. So, good stuff.
Because now Gargano can say, I beat you, Aleister. I have a right to be in this title match.
John.
And then Ciampa can think, oh, Gargano's in this match. We might have a thing now as DIY, evil DIY.
Yeah.
This in theory would improve my odds of retaining the title.
Yeah.
So I can see storyline wise how that all
pan
out.
John.
And this feud, at the next takeover, it'd be a year of this feud happening.
John.
Because it officially really kicked off again at the end of the last takeover, last Rumble weekend.
So, heck of an episode.
Something else.
NXT.
Yep.
Really good.
Fantastic.
We got so much, man, including Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich.
Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich.
Keep on saying that one. Up next, we're going to talk about 205 Live. Arya Daivari and Hideo Itami come out and drop a promo. I am kind of curious. I'm going to do a community poll. I'm going to say, how many of y'all actually care about 205 Live? I'm legitimately kind of curious. Like, you know, we have to pick and choose what we review. Unfortunately, we don't get to review as much Ring of Honor and New Japan as we'd like to. And so you always have to look at, you know, we've been looking at the channel. You know, we're going to make a couple changes in the near future. And I'm kind of curious about what people think about 205 Live. Like, is
we
it on?
mentioned this
Is it on? Is it like akin to us covering main event?
Yeah.
You know, is it in there?
I mean, I'd rather watch 205 Live than main event.
Oh,
if I
me
see your
too.
point.
Maybe.
But if they keep bringing talents off of 205 Live, the main roster, and like, for example, Mustafa Ali was the primary reason I watched 205 Live, because he's fantastic. He's one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah, sure.
And if they take Cedric off 205 Live and bring him up to, say, Raw, that's another huge reason why I watch 205 Live. So they take two of their top stars off the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
But in his promo last night was the best mic work I feel like he's done since he's been on the show. There's not a whole lot of must-see talents on there. Like Leo Rush, he can do amazing things. They really haven't had him on TV enough on a regular basis to show off exactly what he can do.
Yeah.
You know? And I like Drew Gulak a lot, especially his character work.
Yeah.
But he seems perfectly suited for the main roster because of that.
Big time, yeah.
And then there's people I like on there otherwise, but I don't know if it's necessarily a must-see show at that point if you are without Ali, Cedric, Drew Gulak.
Mm-hmm.
Your Lucha House Party is pretty much already on Raw full time.
I think for me I think it's two guys. It's unless they start reloading the show, which they have not. There's no indication. Like Leo is the last guy to come to show up, and then look how quickly he made his way to Raw. Even though they seem to be hinting that he's going to come back and go after the title.
Yeah.
It's Buddy and Cedric. Those two names, if they leave, why is anybody going to watch? You know? Yeah, there's great talent there. If they treat it as a developmental for cruiserweights, to see if they have what it takes to come up to Raw and actually add to it, that's one thing. But it does so bad in the ratings every week that I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know what the financials are. I have no idea what they want from it, but it is just kind of interesting.
It is. Show kicked off this week with Arya Daivari coming down the ring with Hideo Itami. Daivari dropped a promo saying, "This man here is worthy of respect. You should give him his respect. He needs real competition. Hasn't had it for 2 months. So unless this happens now, he's going to unilaterally cancel 205 Live." Drake Maverick comes out.
See, it's already on the chopping block.
Yep. Drake Maverick comes out and says, "No, the only thing you'll get if you try to do that is a suspension. You don't pull this crap here." Out comes Noam Dar. He talks to Drake Maverick. And Drake says, "All right, Noam Dar will accept the task of taking on Hideo Itami tonight." That match happens.
Yeah.
And decent enough match. Hideo goes over with his finisher.
Yeah, Noam Dar, bit of a jobber these days.
They brought him back to. It was kind of a huge deal when he came back.
Yeah.
And he's really good.
But he's so good that they use him for all the high-profile losses for him to take.
This is what last night they said something like Noam Dar wanted to be best striker on 205 Live. That's not exactly his strong suit. I mean, he's good with the kicks and stuff, and his finisher is a kick. But if you watch him at the Cruiserweight Classic, they make a real point of saying he was trained by Zack Sabre Jr. He knows how to do the submission stuff.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And yet he hardly does any of it.
Wouldn't it be great if they tried to build him like that? Like really have him focus on that?
That's what I'm saying.
Get him at the Performance Center, train a bunch, try to be like. That's what I kind of wish.
Well, he was doing some of that stuff in the Cruiserweight Classic. He was doing a lot more submission-based wrestling. So I don't know. Next, Buddy Murphy and Drake Maverick backstage. Buddy talks about beating Cedric at TLC, about beating Mustafa Ali at Survivor Series. He says,
I was supposed to lose all that. Everybody said I was going to lose that. I was going to lose to Mustafa Ali. I was going to lose to Cedric Alexander. And look, I'm still here. And
he wants a real challenge, yeah.
Drake says, nobody meant any disrespect from that. You're still one of the best cruiserweights. He was like, whoa. See? I am the best cruiserweight because I have title.
Yes. And so he says next week he wants a real challenge to prove his bona fides. And Drake says, okay, all right, give me a week, and I'll make an announcement who your opponent's going to be, Tony Nese.
Tony Nese. It's totally him.
Totally going to be Tony Nese.
Yeah.
Next, Leo Rush taking on Aaron Solo.
But they didn't say his name.
No, they didn't, but it was on his pants, and I know who he is.
And we recognize him. He's Bailey's boyfriend. Is that bad? Is that a demeaning thing to say? It's Bailey's boyfriend. No, it's just illustrating. Sometimes people are like,
you're describing the nature of their relationship.
It's like George Clooney, and people say, it's George Clooney and his wife, but she's like a super important.
She's a human rights attorney.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's like super accomplished. So in this case, it's kind of like it's it's Bailey's boyfriend.
Well, I mean, I think in this case we weren't saying it to be potentially or intentionally
dismissive.
Dismissive. We were saying, this is Aaron Solo. He's a fine wrestler in his own right, who also happens to be Bailey's boyfriend.
We're actually saying his name.
Yeah.
Unlike commentary.
Yeah, we didn't say his
and
name.
giving some background of his personal life.
Yeah, he's part of a tag team called
Oh man, it's a tag team called
Extra Talented. I want to say,
Oh,
something
really?
Like that. Yeah,
that's cool. I like the tag team name better.
All right. Anyways, Leo.
It's like when you shove a plate of mashed potatoes in front of Hilton.
Anyways, Leo was certainly dismissive of Aaron Solo.
Yeah, he
Sucker
was.
punching him before the bell even rang. Hit a final hour, didn't cover.
Yeah, he got mad at Solo for when he hit his final hour. Like he hit his lip or something. Then he looked mad at him for Leo Rush. It was his thing. That's what he did.
And so he gets on him, starts giving him fast hands, hits another final hour, pins him for the win.
Yep. And then he started doing this.
Yep, he wants that belt. He's got a new looking vest that looks great.
Yeah, it looks really good. I wonder if they just don't know what to do. They're like, I really wonder if 205 Live is one of those things where week to week, Vince doesn't know whether he should try to make it better and push it.
Triple H is in charge of that now.
Or if he should, well, even Triple H, hey, look, not everybody has all the answers.
Yeah.
If Triple H is like, should we push it? Should we not push it? Or I wonder if it's a matter of, hey, I want to push it doing this. And Vince is like, no, we need him for this.
Could be.
It's
probably a situation where
week to week they don't know
in various
if they're
departments
push it or
have
not.
different ideas and no one knows what's going on. Cedric Alexander had a promo next. It was decent. It was effective. Still don't know what they're going to do with him after this, though.
Yeah.
Seems like him dropping that or losing to Buddy would be a natural segue to a debut on Raw, but didn't happen.
Yeah.
After that, main event, 20-minute street fight between Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher taking on Akira Tozawa and Brian Kendrick.
Spanky.
First, Brian, it's pretty funny that Drew came down for a street fight wearing a suit.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Kind of playing off the idea that people wear jeans for street fights.
He should have had the knee pads on over the suit.
Slacks.
Yeah.
And then, Brian Kendrick shaved his goatee, cut his hair, put some blonde highlights in there.
And he literally looked like the same.
Pretty much the
that
exact same
dude
he did
has
20 years
not
ago.
aged.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
There was a video of him from like 2001 that I found online. And, man, he looks the exact same. He's like one of them weird immortal people.
Doesn't age,
man.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a fun enough match. But I agree with you, man. It's sort of like I kind of don't care. And the match wasn't so good. Sometimes a match just in a vacuum can be so good that you're like, I don't really care what the story is. This is a good match. It really wasn't that either.
It was at turns serious and really silly.
Yeah.
There were some fun spots. Like Jack Gallagher's drop kick when the dude was in a chair.
Yeah. I'm just not sure what we've been saying this for ages. I'm not sure what a heel Jack Gallagher really brings to the equation, man. I'm really not.
So from what we've seen, not a lot.
Like, he's so much fun when he's a face, when he's doing the goofy
mirthless.
stuff.
That's what he is now. Mirthless. He can at least take some sort of glee out of doling out punishment, but he doesn't even do that.
I like him at maximum mirth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
All the mirth.
All the mirth.
All the mirth.
Overflowing with mirth.
Yeah.
Now he has no mirth.
So I don't know. 205 Live. Let us know what you think about it. I'm really curious about it.
The finish saw Kendrick pin Gallagher after a top rope sliced bread number 2. That was cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's fun spots and the moments the match was fun, especially
They're
towards
all
the
good
end.
wrestlers.
Yeah, it picked up towards the end, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Kendrick threw Gallagher into Drew Gulak while they were in
like
the office chair. All the office chair stuff was fun.
Yeah, well, generally office equipment is fun stuff in wrestling. I like when they tied Gulak to the ring post and just started chopping the crap out of him.
Yeah.
Because I like chops.
Yeah, chops.
Not as much as you.
Chops is the best move.
It's not powerbomb? How's powerbomb not best move? Jackknife powerbomb?
No, it's chops.
Last ride?
Chops.
Give me a last ride.
Chops.
Dude, Fabian Eichner had a spinning last ride on some dude named Eddie Ryan. Waymaker probably knows who he is because he knows all the British guys.
Yes.
Anyways, we're going to talk about NXT UK episode
17.
17?
You had 17. We split them up this week.
We split them up. I couldn't. I don't have time. I have a family. You have a family. We both have families. Start off with Jordan Devlin versus Wild Boar Man.
Oh, yeah.
Forget his name. Anyways, Devlin won. Then he cut a promo talking about Trump. The ace trumps all.
Oh.
He says, I'm the ace.
Trump as verb, not as proper noun.
Not the guy that
Yeah.
This is like a deck of cards.
Yes.
He is the ace.
He trumps all.
He trumps everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The verb, I said, yes, not the proper noun.
Correct.
Yes.
After that, you missed it. It was a Mustache Mountain Street interview.
Darn.
Where the guy doing the interview clearly was in a studio somewhere. Because all of a sudden when he stops the question, you hear...
Oh, okay. Man, they got to get fixing on the audio issue.
But I didn't care for two reasons. Number one, again, they were...
Dapperly dressed?
Dapper, man. Dapper. So dapper. Trent Seven just oozes charisma. Everything he says. Don't understand half of it. Tyler Bates, still a low talker. But the scenery behind them, people like Wayne Maker, Alex C., they just take that stuff for granted. For them, it's just another day on the street. But, man, the architecture out there is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. They did a street interview, and they talked a little bit about having to take on Saxon Huxley and Tyson T-Bone later on in the night. And then they talked a little bit about Gallus, how they've got them and Pete Dunne have beef with Gallus. But he said, in the end, all we care about is that tag team gold. So that is what we're going to go after.
Yes.
Because that's what everybody's going after.
Yeah, everybody. Now even Fabian Eichner, based on the episode I watched.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Anyways, continue.
Okay. After that, Radzi, the interview guy, interviewed Mark Andrews and mod guy, Flash Morgan Webster.
Yeah.
They talked about having to take on Zach Gibson and Drake and
I gotta see
James
that.
Drake,
Yeah.
which I think you saw.
Yeah. No promo from Zach Gibson, though.
That's a bummer. Speaking of promos, these guys are terrible. Mark Andrews, I'm sorry. It's just not very charismatic as promo. Like, yeah, you go from Trent Seven, who's like literally like the De Niro of NXT UK.
Yeah.
He's like De Niro, Pacino, and
All put together, yeah.
and Daniel Day-Lewis all put together.
Yeah.
Right? And then you got a guy who's talking about, we're the most exciting brand in the UK. There's no glass ceiling here. There's no glass ceiling for us. I'm sorry, there is a glass ceiling for NXT UK. for guys, well, he's made his way up before into NXT Prime. Pete Dunne will be fine.
Yeah.
But for everybody else, I don't think they're going to go to Prime. Anyways, but hell of a wrestler, both those guys.
Yeah.
I love their wrestling
Yeah, the tag
skills.
match was pretty fun.
Love their wrestling skills. After that, Fabian Eichner took on a dude named Eddie Ryan, who came out in like a superhero cape. He kind of had like what you'd think sort of a cartoonish Roman warrior would wear,
right.
Like a cape and then like some
Helmet
trunks
with some armor,
but not a helmet, a lion mask.
Oh, that's interesting.
Looked kind of like a cheap lion mask, but a lion mask nonetheless.
Interesting amalgam.
It was kind of like a tiger mask, the tiger mask,
But lion.
but lion, and I don't think it had a back to it. I think it had like a string for the back.
It does seem cheap.
Right. Anyways,
Did he go to Party City and get his ring gear?
kind of felt
His
like
entrance
it.
gear, I mean.
Kind of felt like it. However, according to commentary, he's been man on the scene rather, for around 10 years. Crowd was really into him. They all knew who he was. Had a pure babyface look to him. Fabian Eichner comes out,
I assume
leather.
destroyed him.
Leather. It was a fight. It was an actual fight. Eichner eventually used the steel steps on the outside again.
Yeah, that's
rammed
kind of
him
his
into them.
Primary gimmick, yeah.
Brought him back in. Spinning last ride power bomb. Looked amazing. Devastating. 1, 2, 3. Lion guy.
Done.
Back of the line for you, pal. You're not in NXT UK. There is a glass ceiling for you.
A couple people are saying that Eddie Ryan is the English lion. That's his gimmick.
Yes, that's what they called him. Thank you. Thank you all.
Makes sense to the lion mask now.
Correct. The English lion.
Yeah.
Do they have lions in England?
Not.
Well, there's
no.
one.
Yeah.
Eddie Ryan.
They're brought in, but not.
Yeah.
I don't believe lions are native to the United Kingdom. No.
Probably not. Not a lot out here in America either, I don't think.
We only have mountain lions.
Yeah, terrifying still though.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we had kind of a cheesy Travis Banks promo. If I didn't know that he was like a super good wrestler and really good as a heel, I would not care at all about him. But we've seen him before, like prior to this, so like I know it's just frustrating. I know how good he is, and I just don't feel like it's translating.
Mm-mm.
He needs some different ring gear. I'm not a huge fan of the. Is it a New Zealand or is it Australia?
Mm-hmm. New Zealand, yeah.
It's just cloth. It just looks like cloth. Anyways, it's kind of a cheesy video package promo. After that, we had Tyson T-Bone and my new partner, Saxon Huxley.
Such a weird team.
Versus Mustache Mountain. A lot of this was just Trent Seven taking a beating. tags in Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate just starts destroying people. T-Bone drops an accidental elbow on Huxley. Seven comes back in. They do their combo finisher thing and get the win. So they're probably going to move on and fight Gallus at some point, I guess. After that, we had a Dave Mastiff interview. He talks being in the most gentle way possible. He talks about being the most brutal guy on the roster. He wants to go after Pete Dunne now. But then Eddie Dennis comes in and wrecks him during the interview.
Really?
And he's like, this is far from over. He's such a cartoonish character. That's why Eddie Dennis is my favorite thing right now.
Yeah.
After that, we had a really cool Pete Dunne package just to remind people that he's their champion.
Yeah.
Then we had a really great Isla Dawn versus Rhea Ripley match. Take a guess who went over.
Rhea Ripley.
That's correct. We do not have a new women's champion.
Yeah, I don't suspect we will for a little while.
Yeah.
Episode 18 kicked off with Toni Storm versus Charlie Morgan. Guess who went over there?
Toni Storm.
Yep, she won with Storm Zero.
Yeah.
Next, we had a Gallus video package.
Awesome.
Was playing clips from the initial promo saying...
Was Wolfgang wearing the Slow Wolfgang shirt?
Not yet, no.
Bummer.
Saying, this ring is Gallus. The city is Gallus.
Oh, everything was Gallus?
We are Gallus, yes.
It's not really an exclusive club then, is it?
No, I think it's just a descriptor.
Yo.
Gallus is an adjective.
But then they're Gallus.
Yeah. Because they're the living embodiment of Gallus.
But if they say...
But inanimate objects can be Gallus.
Eddie Dennis, you're Gallus.
Then I guess he's a member of the faction at that point.
Okay.
I mean, the only people they were referring to as Gallus were themselves.
Oh, it's them and then all the inanimate objects. Gotcha.
That they find.
Magnifique.
Yes. Tag match. Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews took on Zach Gibson and James Drake.
Oh, wait. Let me guess who won this. Zach Gibson and James Drake?
Yeah, but it was still a really fun match.
It seems like it would be.
There's one point where Mark Andrews is about to get double suplexed. Instead, he hit a double stun dog millionaire. Goes for a shooting star press, and guess who shows up ringside?
Who shows up ringside?
Fabian Eichner.
Oh, nice.
He starts distracting Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. I believe he throws Flash into the ring steps. Andrews does hit shooting star press. However, while he's being distracted by Fabian, there was a tag. James Drake was no longer the legal man. Zach Gibson was. So Mark Andrews hits shooting star press. He's waiting to get a pin. Ref's like, no, James Drake is not legal. Zach Gibson comes in from behind. Puts Andrews in Shankly Gates.
Nice.
Andrew taps.
Soon to be NXT UK's number one
tag team. Fabian Eichner then goes in the ring, starts beating down Mark Andrews. He goes for a powerbomb. Flash Morgan Webster gets in the ring, makes a save, knees Eichner out of the ring.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Next, Killer Kelly versus Nina Samuels. Guess who won this one?
Killer Kelly.
No, Nina Samuels.
Really?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by that too.
Wow. Guess who won this one? That's cool. Right on.
Yeah, she won with like a fireman carry neck breaker, that move that AJ kind of does where it's on the shoulder, flips him over.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Neck hits on the knee.
Well, that's good. I like both them.
Yeah.
Killer Kelly, boy, she takes a lot of L's.
Yeah, she does. She's got really good theme music.
Yeah.
And I like she has no Titantron. It's just all lights.
Rhea Ripley's theme music is great.
Yeah.
It's like friggin' metal and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of screaming.
Screaming. It's a bunch of screaming.
A lot of screaming.
It's terrifying. She's terrifying.
Yeah. Next. So this bugged me.
Oh, good.
Fabian Eichner delivered an interview.
Yeah.
And he says, essentially, he's fed up with Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews.
I'm tired of these guys now.
They're going after those tag titles. So guess what? I am too. I'm going to find myself a partner. So he's going to form a tag team out of spite. He's doing it out of spite.
It's just a cool thing to do, man.
Everybody's in a tag team now. They're like 2 weeks away from this takeover where they're going to have their first tag champions. It's like they realize no one here is a legitimate contender to take on Pete Dunne. So everybody is a challenger for these tag championships. We'll put everybody in tag teams, and Pete Dunne will just exist on this elevated tier above everybody else.
He just shows up in video packages.
Yeah, pretty much. Has his contractually obligated title defenses once a month until Walter comes in.
Pete Dunne is the new Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least he actually wrestles.
Yeah.
Regularly.
They need a mid-card title desperately.
Well, no, I think they've just done a horrible job building up anybody else to seem like a viable contender.
2 wins in the singles division gets you a title shot.
And it shouldn't be that way.
I know. There's no stories between anybody else.
Nope. Like all the stories are about tag titles. That's what all the stories are.
Except for they might have a story with Mastiff and Dennis.
Yeah.
Like at least that's a story. But the fact that we can point that out sort of like illustrates how bad
how few stories that are actually happening right now. Main event, Joe Coffey versus Travis Banks. It was actually a pretty fun match. Travis Banks had the rock tape on his shoulders. Of course, that's a target for Joe Coffey. He goes after the shoulder. This is like the first time I can really remember seeing full-on super intense Travis Banks in NXT UK like we saw him.
Oh, yeah. I might watch this match.
Where he's just running all over the place, diving, doing double
That's
stomps
cool.
all over the
I'll
place.
check that out.
The only time he stopped is when he had to sell.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he was just a ball of energy. And it was
probably
fun.
watch this episode tonight.
In the end, Joe Coffey goes for his finish, his discus lariat. Travis Banks blocks it, but by doing so, hurts his shoulder, which allows Coffey an opportunity to hit his lariat for the win. That lariat is Gallus. Joe Coffey goes over.
Joe Coffey is Gallus.
Yeah.
Travis Banks?
Apparently not Gallus.
Not Gallus. He's also from New Zealand, which is not Gallus.
Gallus is a Scottish thing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, McGriddles, Gallus, yay or nay? Well, yeah, yay, absolutely.
They are in your taste buds, but not in your innards.
Yeah, well, innards, Gallus, yay or nay?
Depends on the state of them. Like if they're healthy, if they're operating correctly, then
Gallus.
Completely Gallus.
Okay. This tree, Gallus?
No.
Really? It's got all sorts of cool stuff on it.
I mean, the tree itself, no. The decorations, yes.
Wow. Okay, interesting. iPhone Gallus, yay or nay?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, this is Super Gallus. Super Chats Gallus?
Yes, let's go.
Do you need to go take care of your business?
We're good.
You're good?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
All right. Being good is Gallus.
Yes.
All right.
Jay Sean Lawrence, he says Aleister Black will be the star of this company someday.
John, I'm going to be the star of this company.
You could be right.
Three many stars.
Rich Hardesty, feast your eyes on the front area, biz. Jeffrey Nguyen, I swear, Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich, gosh, it's hard to say.
Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich.
It's just a big troll job on us.
Feels that way.
No, it's not. No, Dan Matha was a troll. This seems legit.
It seems legit and a troll at the same time.
Yeah. Jeffrey also says Dijak is from Massachusetts, so it's completely off in all the Maryland stuff.
Awesome.
My apologies.
Very
it's completely
cool.
off.
Massachusetts.
I swear
is...
at one point he had something with Maryland. I could have been confused.
Lots
I'm old.
of...
I get confused easy these days. I'm sorry.
Dude, me too. Oh, my gosh. I'm losing my mind. Massachusetts is great. Boston's there. Lots of history, American history there. I've always wanted to go and check it out.
Yeah, I've never been to Boston before.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Or anywhere in Massachusetts for that matter.
The latest season of Outlander is in Boston, I think. Or maybe
my wife
last
watches that
season.
show. I don't.
My wife watches that show a lot.
It just seems like a lot of talking.
Well, there's some cool time travel stuff going on.
No, I get that.
And there's sex in it, too.
Yeah, I get that, too.
That's pretty cool.
And just never grabbed me.
Yeah. Anyways, she was watching a scene last night where, like, the dude was bathing the time travel lady. And it was like, oh, yeah. You know, it was good stuff.
All right, very well. Percolnatori? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm sure I did.
It's like that name is as bad as Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich.
Push Steve Hunter to the moon.
Oh, yeah. No, I could see that. David Prock, who will benefit most on 205 Live for Mustafa Ali's shift to SmackDown?
Probably Leo Rush.
Not 205 Live, tell you what.
Fred the Shed got a lovely close-up during Eddie Dennis's entrances at
Dennis.
At NXT UK. You guys ever showed up on TV or could be spotted in the crowd? Yeah, if you watch...
a bunch of times, yeah.
Payback from last year, we're dead center.
Yeah, I felt a bit self-conscious because, like, people kept on tweeting at us, I'm trying to pay attention to the show, but I just see your faces there.
Yeah. So we were on that a lot, and then the second G1 special in USA, the first two New Japan shows, we were sitting second row right on the ramp.
Yeah, there was a lot of us going on. 6-inch Cyclops. Kayfabe reason why Vince would call up Ali, who has never won a title, instead of Cedric or Buddy, who have.
I had an idea about this.
Okay.
They think there's a really good story to be told with Mustafa, and they thought there'd be more money in doing that in the main roster versus 205 Live. His underdog, especially now in the main roster, where he's going to be the smallest guy in SmackDown, have that underdog story plus whatever they may have planned for him.
You know what's funny? That's a good idea. he doesn't carry himself like the smallest guy.
No,
so
he
when I
doesn't.
look at him, I don't think that. I just think
know.
another dude, you know?
I know.
It's kind of like Finn. I know Finn is tiny.
But he doesn't carry himself.
I
like a
don't
tiny
think
dude.
of him
No,
that way,
I know.
you know? Like Ray, it's obvious that he's small. And because I think they push so hard that he's a luchador, you know, I've seen Kevin Nash lawn dart him before. I think of him as small.
Well, there's like Finn is about my size. He's like 5'10".
Okay.
He's a little beefier than me because he's got more muscle, but
Yeah.
I think he's like 190, 5'10", 190.
Yeah.
So in terms of other wrestlers, he's small, but he's
Yeah.
like average size.
But like Mustafa Ali's average size.
I think he's like 5'8", 5'9", 185, something
Boy,
like that.
he carries himself like 5'11".
But then it doesn't say, but Ray is 5'5". Even, comparison to Daniel Bryan.
Oh,
he
so
looks
he's
small.
literally is actually that small. Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty short.
That makes sense then. He is actually that small. Let's see here. Wolfpack for life. Could Cedric
he's
be
5'6".
Could Cedric be jealous that Ali is getting all the attention when Cedric was champ for so many days and turn against Ali to set up WrestleMania? That would necessitate Cedric being on the main roster.
Or Ali moonlighting on 205 Live, which doesn't seem to be the case. I thought they were going to do something like that. They were going to use, at some point, turn Cedric heel against Mustafa. But
I think Cedric could really benefit from a heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad. I feel like his friend's gone now.
I know. Jeffrey again. Visit Boston. I have a lovely sectional to sleep on.
No, I'll just get my own place, but thank you for that.
Appreciate the offer.
Oh, that's Jeffrey Nguyen. Oh, I'd stay on his couch.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah, he is cool.
But I'll probably just get my own place. But you can show me around town. Show me all the local alcohol spots.
Bars?
Yeah. I'm going to open up an alcohol spot.
Welcome to Alcohol Spot.
Oh, man. The glorious broken sound wave has the long question. I'm just going to start reading it and see where it takes us. Hello, Stephen Larson. Tell me if you like this idea with Charlotte and Becky being in the Royal Rumble at number 1 and 2 and survived all the way to the end to eliminate each other. They both. Oh, wow. This is a whole sentence without even a period. All right, cool. Tell me if you like this idea with Charlotte and Becky being in the Royal Rumble at number 1 and 2 and survived all the way to the end to eliminate each other. They both get the title shot of their choosing. They both choose Ronda Rousey. What kind of match would they have at WrestleMania? I could choose an Iron Man submission match. How about you guys? Too sweet and hearty handshake.
Sounds good.
I like it. I think
Sounds
it's
good.
I'd like to see a submission match with those two. That'd be cool. Let's see here. Keegan, first off, did NXT pronounce Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich the worst way possible? Yes.
Well, the hardest way.
Secondly, what are the odds he gets turned into the next Ryback when he eventually goes to the main roster? I think the days of Ryback guys are done, man.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Although their catchphrases are, they both involve feeding or eating. So
What are the odds that they ditch Dye-Juh-Koh-Vich and just go with Dominic? They usually do the other way around.
I know.
They ditch the first name.
But in this case, they should ditch the last name. Just call him Dijak. That's a cool name.
It's a really it rolls off the tongue and it's got the word die in it and Jack. Like two of the coolest words.
I don't know why they felt the need to
Dijak.
change it. I don't get it.
It's weird. It's doing way too much.
It really is. They're overthinking things. I feel
Foxy
like.
Fox. Hey guys, with the Brian Kendrick shaving his beard and looking 10 years younger.
20.
How old would Larson look if he shaved his beard completely off?
I don't know.
It'd be weird. We should do this as just sort of to try it out.
No, we should not actually me shave the beard off, but do like some computer thing where it shaves the beard off for me, so I don't actually have to do it.
We could find an app, I'm sure.
Yeah. So
Let's shave the beard and then like put some hair dye right here and just see how weird it looks.
It'd be very weird.
I'll do something equally weird. I'll shave my head. No, I won't.
No, you won't.
That'd be terrifying.
Grow a mustache.
Can
Be new.
I can't, man. It's not happening up there. Like I can actually grow like I think a legit Hitler stash. But over here it just doesn't work.
Terrible idea.
Oh, that's a bad idea. Like Jordan did it once for
terrible idea
for an underwear commercial. Everybody's like, why did he do that?
Can you do the flavor saver? Can you grow that out?
So here's the thing, like here my goatee area is bad. I can do this right here.
Neckbeard then.
I can do neck beard.
Do Baron Corbin neckbeard.
Oh, that'd be terrible. No, you don't do that, and I won't do this.
All right.
Let's just keep things status quo.
All right,
How
fine.
about that?
I do have to cut my hair this weekend. That was getting too long.
Comedically speaking, though, I think it'd be pretty funny if you did that. It'd be like Jerry's uncle when he drew like the eye.
Uncle Leo, yeah.
Uncle Leo.
Yeah. He drew the eyebrows on him.
The eyebrows were gone. Oh man. I did it's one time Marissa, because I have very light eyebrows.
Yeah, you do.
You know? Like my hair's game is really weird. It bugs the crap because my dad can grow a great beard too. My mom doesn't let him. And I'm like, what is your problem, lady? But anyways, Marissa once took some some of that eyebrow pencil.
Yeah.
And filled it in, and she would not stop laughing. I looked so silly.
I imagine.
I looked so goofy. All of a sudden, I had power eyebrows. It was ridiculous. I am the way God made me. Let's see here. Best friendo Greg Morris. Since last night we had a cage match, what is the best gimmick match? He says he puts cage match at number 1. What's the best gimmick match?
It's hard not to say a ladder match, though.
Yeah. Or chairs. I like that Orton Ray chair match.
Like Meltzer and Alvarez are crapping all over it.
I don't get why. I thought it was awesome.
It didn't overstay its welcome.
No, it was like a good 7-minute chair match.
Clever spots.
Yeah.
I don't know. And they were just kind of crapping on chair matches, period, though, so I still don't think they're into it. You know what I really enjoyed about last night's cage match is that they upped the pace, because most cage matches can be a little plodding.
Yeah.
Because they really didn't tell the story, the brutality of the cage.
Yeah.
They kept the pace up without losing any of the storytelling.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Inherent in a cage match.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, no.
Never let up.
I like that too. I thought it was really great. Anyways, is that it for show today?
All right, we can do that.
All right, cool. Anyways, wait, do we have more super chats or no?
No, we got them all.
Good. All right. Are we doing a post show today? Or
we could.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, patrons, stay tuned. We got a post show coming up in about 10, 15 minutes. Let me get some music going here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Anyways, yeah, that's it for show. Thanks so much, Shannon. Till next time, talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.